Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Joshua Andrews Carpenter, 3 months of Cullman, will be held tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Cullman Church of Christ. Dr. Jim Wright and Tim Moore will officiate the interment in Child Haven Cemetery. Joshua will lie in state 1 hour prior to the service. The family will receive friends tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. at the funeral home. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. Joshua passed away on Friday. Funeral services for John Howard Trinchetella will be on Wednesday. Services will be held at St. Bernard Abbey Church on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Interment will follow at Cullman Memory Gardens. Visitation will be tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting at channel2cullman.com anytime you want to watch us, as well as right now and on charter cable here in Cullman County.
Oh, you decided to come back, huh?
I decided to come back, yes.
I'm sure they had to twist your arm to make you do it, though, didn't they?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
We were in an area that was easy to leave.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Let's start with the weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. We start with a weather almanac for the 30th of September. The average high temperature is 80. The record high, 95 in 1926. Boy, 25, 26, and 27 must have been one miserable summer.
They must have been.
The average low, 57. The record low, 37 in 1967. Sunset this evening, 3 minutes before 7. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:16. Satellite picture shows you what's going on around the country. A lot of wind and rain activity in the northwest, I saw on the Weather Channel. Here's our part of the country, and here's our forecast for today. A slight chance of rain, mostly cloudy today, a high of 76. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 59. Sunny tomorrow, a high of 81 on Wednesday, 83, 84 Thursday and Friday, and 81 on Saturday. Typical weather as we end September and head into October. Well, you had an interesting meeting yesterday.
I did. The Alliance to the Medical Society of the State of Alabama they meet in the fall, and Cullman hosted it for the whole state, and it's yesterday and today. And we met out at Winbrook, and Senator Dr. Paul Bussman was our guest speaker yesterday. And of course, he talked about Obamacare and some other issues and everything. But I want to thank him. He did a great job, and I think the ladies were very interested. And he was there for almost an hour. Yeah. So anyway, thought it was good. We probably could have stayed and talked to him for longer, but we had to move on and everything. But anyway, I want to thank him for that. But the ladies are here.
He got some good questions from your group.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody, I'm sure, is a little bit knowledgeable about what's going on.
Right, and very concerned and very interested. Yeah. And so one of the things he pointed out, and I'd like to say this too, because I think everybody has a misconception about doctors and dentists. Everybody thinks that the doctors and the dentists are just money hungry and that they make all this money and everything else. And he said people just don't understand the free services that they give away every day. And I know my husband does, and I know I'm tooting my own horn kind of thing, but he does. He comps people all the time. He'll do a test and he won't charge them for it. He might give them an injection and he won't charge them for it because he knows they can't afford it. The dentists do the same. They try to take care of people. And I think that the doctors and the dentists have gotten a bad rap over the years. And yes, they do make a good living, but they work very hard for it. And their overhead is astronomical. You could not imagine the money that it costs just to run an office, pay your overhead, pay for everything. And so I just wish people would understand it. And the Obamacare is frustrating, and it's not because the doctors are all so concerned about the money issue. That's part of it, but they're concerned about their patients and how they're going to take care of their patients. And it's going to make it more and more difficult to do that. So, okay, I was on my little soapbox for today. Thank you very much.
Should have been an interesting meeting.
It was.
Very good.
Yeah.
Let's see, we went to Hatteras, North Carolina.
Yep.
And Hatteras, of course, is where you find Cape Hatteras, you find Kitty Hawk, you find Nag's Head, and it is a long drive.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly because you have to go to the north end of the island to get on a bridge. The south end of the island, you must go by boat.
Oh, okay.
So we go all the way up to the north, come across the bridge, and then it's 60 miles back down to our house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's what made it a long trip.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And there is nothing on Hatteras Island but sand.
And a lighthouse.
Isn't
there a lighthouse out
This
there?
is not Gulf Shores.
Yeah. The Atlantic coast is not, no way compares to the Gulf Coast. No way.
How true.
Oh, my goodness,
true.
yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of great big houses, 3- and 4-story houses.
Ah, so all the rich people live out there.
Yeah.
And they live out there because they don't want to be bothered, apparently.
Well, I don't know. They're all close to each other.
Yeah, well, that's true too, yeah. But I mean, they just don't want to have to be hassled and stuff like that, so they got their whatever, their big house, and they go there to vacation and kind of exclude it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm guessing.
But if you don't care for the beach, there is nothing to do.
Okay. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Gulf Shores and that area, we have the best beaches around.
Yes.
I've been all over, and we have some of the best beaches around. And
Well,
yes,
the beaches are okay there where we were at. There's plenty of sand, that kind of thing. It's just that there's nothing else to do.
Right. Well, and the water isn't as pretty as the Gulf, is it? The Atlantic part that I've been to, I didn't think the water was nearly as pretty as the Gulf.
I don't know. Ocean's ocean to me.
Yeah, the Gulf has something.
And this time of year it's cold, so nobody got in the water.
Right.
To speak
Yeah.
of. But
oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, other than that, you went with the family and had a good time?
Yes, we had a reunion of my siblings. And the first time the 4 of us have gotten together with no children or grandchildren.
So an adult weekend is what you're trying to tell me.
Probably since we were in high school or something like that.
Goodness.
So anyway, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun and a lot of reminiscing and teasing.
Yes. Well, good then.
So that made it well worth the trip. It's just that I didn't care for Hatteras.
And not so much. Won't be back. That won't be a high spot for you to go back and return to.
Like what we have here.
Right.
Okay, let's see. We need to talk about our Facebook friend of the day for today.
Well, let's see. It says Coleman Oktoberfest is our Facebook friend.
That makes sense.
Starts this weekend. And so we're all excited about that. So many different churches are going to be cooking all these wonderful German meals. So if you want to get your German fix and your food fix, now's the time to do it. I know that St. Paul's will be cooking on Saturday and serving, and that we're going to talk to Maria Schultz tomorrow about St. John's. They're going to be serving, and then, of course, the Catholic Church, Sacred Heart, always has a good meal. So anyway, but all kinds of great activities. I'm really excited because they have really stepped it up, and it's really a neat festival that we have all week long.
Yeah. Okay, who's come to see us today?
Well, we probably ought to get to that, huh? Miss Angie Veal is here, and she is the pharmacist and owner of Pointe Pharmacy, and wanted to talk to us about Pharmacy Month, I think. Is that right? And also, of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and she wanted to bring us some information about that as well. So we're going to visit with her. Okay,
George Spear is here with news and commentary right after this.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Time for news and commentary this Monday morning. Looking at the Cullman Times. For a few election cycles, the Cullman Times has not given the financial reports of the candidates. It's always important to know where the money comes from, because you know when you find out who's got the most interest in this particular person's position, whether he's an incumbent or someone running for the job. So they started out yesterday, the Sunday edition, saying that the Senator Paul Bussmann has raised almost $70,000 so far in his bid to retain that seat. He's a Republican, of course, and the dental PAC, of course, because Dr. Bussmann is a dentist, has an interest in that because of legislation that might affect them. So they gave a good bid. Talk about Representative Mac Buttrom's currently leading challenger, Cullman County Road Superintendent Roy Jackson, in campaign fundraising. Buttrom has received a little over $7,000. Jackson's has about $800 in that particular race. And they go on to talk about in the story, Good Hope Mayor Corey Harbison has announced his intention to run for the 12th District seat, but he's not yet filed any campaign finance reports. You have to have enough money after you collect so much, then you have to file a report. I believe that's how they've changed that now. Corey Harbison has had the headache of that little blow up down there involving a clerk for Good Hope City Council, and he's apparently still going to make a run for that position. Sheriff Mike Rainey is the only Cullman County candidate to raise enough money. Now, this we're talking about local candidates, $1,000 to trigger the filing of a new campaign finance report. So it's always good to know where the money is coming from, and I'm glad the Cullman Times has started that again. One of the 2 convicted murderers in the 1997 capital murder case of a Cullman woman will have a chance at parole during a hearing at the end of October. Tracy Lynn Hanners of Cullman, convicted back in 2001, sentenced to 99 years with a chance of parole in connection to the March of 1997 murder of 27-year-old Tammy Lynn Croft. Doyle Farr of Cullman, also convicted of capital murder in that case, sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And some former investigators chiming in with this story, talking about how it would be a terrible mistake to allow this convicted murderer here, Tracy Lynn Hanners, out on parole. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that one turns out. Folsom Field Airport Director Bob Burns under scrutiny by the leaders of our city and our county. Of course, Mayor Max Townsend and the chairman of the county commission, Kenneth Walker, are on that board. Apparently Bob Burns not happy with the sort of action they've taken, going into executive session discussing his good name and character, and he's threatened a lawsuit if they don't pull that complaints. What it all revolves around is people's complaints about his operation of the airport. So again, that's another one hanging in the balance. Doctors at Huntsville Pediatric Associates say they've got a seasonal bacteria back again. Mycoplasma is blamed for the cases of walking pneumonia this time of year. I've always heard of walking pneumonia, it's where you got a high fever and such as that, but I didn't know it came from a bacteria. I guess it does. So if someone sneezes in a room, partner, you got a chance of catching it if they've got it. So usually the case involves a lot of antibiotics if you're going to get cured. It's a couple of weeks of these sniffles and high fever and such as that It's what they're saying. But it seems like the antibiotics are always the cure, right? In some cases, anyway. Saturday, did you see a bright light in the sky on the east side of the sky? I didn't. Saturday afternoon, right before dark, a meteor came into our area, lit up the sky. Apparently, NASA's saying that it was about 2 inches in diameter, thereabouts, that it went all the way across to Atlanta, lit up that sky, as though it needs to be lit up anymore in Atlanta. So that was the story behind that. As promised, the Virginia Flaggers Heritage Group, they've hoisted a 15-foot by 15-foot Confederate battle flag right off of I-95 in Virginia. This is in the old town of Chester, about 10 miles south of Richmond. They are saying that they want to honor, of course, the heritage, or rather the memory of those people who fought. And we've had a lot of people in each of our families doing genealogy research who died in the Civil War. But I do know one thing. We've become so sensitive that whenever we were trying to celebrate the Forest Strait raid that came through Coleman County back in 1863 in April and May, the people in Gadsden really wanted to do it up. And in fact, the museum director was from somewhere up north. He said, well, this is part of our heritage down here. Why don't we celebrate it? And they got canned. They would not allow them to celebrate this because they had a heroine over there. Emma Sansom is the one that helped Nathan Bedford Forrest, a Confederate, get across the creek there, big creek, and chase the Union soldiers all the way over to Rome, Georgia, in that area. And it's a shame that we've become so sensitized that we don't even recognize our own heritage. But that's the way it's getting, and it seems to be getting worse. Stay tuned, more Today on 2 after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Let's see what we have to give away for prizes for today. On Monday, we have something mysterious. Oh, the fresh homemade dessert from Busy Bee Cafe. You get that with a $15 or more dinner purchase. And we have the day pass to Hurricane Creek Park. Those are the prizes for today. Let's look at our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads. And today we start with Cotton State Barns of Coleman, where you can buy or rent to own carports, play sets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. No credit check. You're always approved at Cotton State Barns of Coleman.
And there's the Busy Bee Cafe, home of the original breaded burger. Come check out their dinner hours on Fridays and Saturdays. They're now open from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. in a great location in downtown Coleman with live music.
And Earl's Body Shop, large and small towing available, local or long distance, located on Highway 31 North, or check out their website, earlsbodyshop.com.
And a new fitness facility is in downtown Coleman, right next to Renard's Gallery. It's called Be Fit. It's just $50 a month. It's month to month, no contracts, membership. It does include a certified personal trainer.
And the choco-covered cheesecake is the blizzard of the month. Today is the last day.
That's right.
To take advantage of choco-covered cheesecake at Dairy Queen.
And Tires for Less. It's more than just tires. You can have the oil change there, minor engine repairs done, check those shocks and brakes. Go see Greg and the guys at Tires for Less right there on Highway 31 North, just past 157 on the left.
Mr. Hicks Menswear now offering suits and sport coats made to your measurements. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing a sport coat today that I got custom made at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
Very good. Borden Family Pharmacy, it's Coleman's leader in adult immunizations. They have shingles, pneumonia, and whooping cough vaccine, as well as a flu shot and flu mist for children, and no appointment is necessary at Borden Family Pharmacy.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. He has the football tailgate packages, just $50. You get a pack of ribs, you get pulled pork, you get sauce, beans, potato salad, coleslaw, and those cheese fries.
No, Yates Chance Christian Bookstore. It's a better way to shop for Christian entertainment. They have the MyEbo color tablet. You get song downloads, ebooks, audiobooks, Bibles, located right there in the South Coleman Shopping Center.
And there we go with some of our merchant ads. Tell us which business does oil changes. They replace shocks and brakes, and they do minor engine repair. What is the name of the business? 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. Our prizes for today, the free dessert from the Busy Bee Cafe and the day pass to Hurricane Creek Park. And while you're thinking about that question, we'll take your phone calls right after we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bedard. I'd like to talk to you today about purchasing a new or used car. What I'd suggest, if you're interested in looking at one, kind of come in and see your local banker, talk to them. Most banks require a down payment. It depends on the terms, new or used cars, but your local banker can fill you in, take you through the steps that you need. They'd be glad to work with you on it and try to keep everything local if you can. This has been Money Matters, brought to you today by Premier Bank of the South.
Which one of our advertisers does oil changes, minor engine repair? They replace shocks and brakes. And we don't have any phone calls, so let's continue with our merchant ads for today. Starting with Auto Tech, where they do major engine repair, transmission repair, brake repair on all vehicles, foreign and domestic, on County Road 1354 in Vinemont.
And Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim, 256-734-1353.
Yates Chance Christian Bookstore, where prices are falling. They have all occasion cards, they have books, they have a big sidewalk sale with t-shirts, Bible covers, and gifts. Located in the South Coleman Shopping Center.
And Brown & Company Beverages, it's a specialty wine and beer store, and the taste of fall is there with seasonal beers in stock. Oktoberfest and pumpkin wine and beer tastings are available as well.
Rodney G's Hickory Grill has a full bar, barbecue, hot wings, and a large menu. Tonight's Monday night football tonight at Rodney G's Hickory Grill.
And Deb's Bookstore, at your hometown bookstore just down the road, where browsers are always welcome. Gift certificates are available. Used books are half price off every day. New books are 20% off right there at 207 3rd Street.
And Grand Pointe Pharmacy, we're going to talk to pharmacist Angie Veal here in just a couple of minutes. They're located on Highway 31 North, just past 157.
And fitness opportunities await you at the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They do have day passes, but you can sign up on a month-to-month basis and save a lot of money and get in shape at Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center.
Baldwin Counseling Center, Dr. Howard Rogers says, have problems, need to talk, want some privacy? He can help. Help is a phone call away. Call for an appointment today. Those are the merchant ads. We don't have any birthdays to talk about. Coming up next, we'll talk with pharmacist Angie Veal.
Got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
in the nation, Safe just got a little more exciting. Add vanishing deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
We are going to talk with Angie Veal, a pharmacist at Grand Pointe Pharmacy. Hi, Angie.
Good morning.
Good to have you back on the show.
Thank you. It's always good to be here.
October is National Pharmacist Month.
That is correct.
What do we need to know about that?
Well, what we do that month is to promote in the area, in the community, for folks to know their pharmacist and to know their medications. So we really just use that time that if folks have questions about their medicine, to put them in a brown bag, bring them by the pharmacy, and let's go over them. And we answer any questions they may have and kind of look at the medications to see are any of the medications about to expire or prescriptions about to expire, and just really open up the floor to our patients to let them have that time to be able to ask those questions and learn more about their medicines.
What are the most common questions that people have?
I think the biggest thing that we see is that folks like to get it to where they can have their medications come due at the same time instead of making multiple trips. So we try to organize that and try to fix it so that they can improve their adherence to medication, because if you have one medicine that runs out at the middle of the month and then you have a new one that's starting over, it kind of complicates and confuses the situation. So if we could get, I guess, help them to manage their medications, and we go over the side effects and, food interactions or other drug interactions, that's the biggest thing that we see, is trying just to make things more simple.
I know when you go to the doctor prescribes something, and then he doesn't know that maybe you went to the emergency room 2 weeks ago,
that is true.
And that doctor prescribes something else, and patients aren't always good about bringing in or informing the doctor. So it's kind of nice to know that you're there, that you could take a little extra time with them and kind of go over these things and kind of go, okay, you're taking this, but then you just got to add it onto this, and really they're about the same, and maybe we, so it's kind of good to look over those things and know what you're taking.
And that's a really good point, because as most of us, we see more than one physician for different things, and anytime you go to your physician, it's good to take your pill bottles in and let them see them, even if they are prescribed from a different physician. We also encourage folks to that are not on, or that are on multiple medications, not to shop at several different pharmacies, because it's good to keep your records at one place, to keep them organized, and so that when you bring in a new prescription, if there is a drug interaction, it can be caught a lot easier.
Right.
But it's the same way if you use several different doctors and several different pharmacies, again, the situation can get complicated. Right. So looking for just simplicity and keeping things organized.
Okay. And you wanted to also speak about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right?
I do.
October's the biggie.
October is the biggie, and we're going to be wearing our pink at the pharmacy, and just raising the awareness of that. I also plan on doing a change drop, so that's where we'll have a bowl set up, and if you've got some loose change and you want to throw it in that bowl, and we'll give that to the Cancer Society in respect of the month of October that it is Breast Cancer Awareness.
Well, I think that because that such a big deal has been made about this, that more and more women are now getting the mammograms, they're getting early detection of breast cancer. Of course, the research that's been done because of this, the money that's been raised to help with all of that, it's been fantastic. And so sometimes you kind of go, oh, okay, big deal, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but really it is such a big deal, and more groups are kind of catching on and trying to do the same thing, because if you make people aware and make them understand the importance of it, then it helps so much in so many different ways.
That is true. That is true. And cancer is a very sensitive subject, so just to provide that support there and let them know that the community is behind it, that means a lot to whether the cancer patient or the family.
Right. It seems like everybody's been touched by somebody that has cancer. If it's not a family member, a sister, a mother, it's somebody out there.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So definitely. So wear our pink ribbons.
Wear our pink ribbons.
Right.
Come by and bring your brown bag in, and let's go over your medicine. And we just expect a very busy month for everything that's going on, and look forward to seeing everybody. And any kind of support that we can give back to the community, we want to do that. I have a brownie troop coming in that's going to visit with us at the pharmacy and find out what we do. So just getting the word out, and I think that's the big thing. Be involved with your community and plug in and find out what you can do to give back.
And where are you located?
We're on the north end of town, right past 157 on the left, and we open at 7:30 in the morning, and we're there till 6 in the afternoon, and 7:30 to 4 on Saturday.
Wonderful. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Now it's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The John James Audubon exhibit is still going on in the Evelyn Burrow Museum. It will end, of course, today. Display is open Tuesday through Fridays normally, so I guess it's not even open today. How about that? All right, if you have a community billboard you want to share with us, you can email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com. You can fax it to 256-734-7680 or give us a call, 256-734-7399, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
Our weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It'll be mostly cloudy today. We have a 20% chance of rain with a high of 76. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 59. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 81. And we are going to talk Oktoberfest tomorrow.
Yes, we are. All about the dinner at St. John's Church, and Maria Schultz will be here to talk about that.
That's our program for today. Thank you for watching Today on 2.
I hope you have a great day.